Opens. Market watcher Rebecca Walser is with us. All right, Rebecca, this is tariff confrontation, right? It's an escalation of the trade fight, and that's why the market's down. Have I got it right?
Absolutely right, Stu. I mean, obviously, busy morning before the market even opens. And this should have been expected, though. I mean, we knew that China was not happy with Trump escalating on the last $300 billion, obviously, before September, then December, and now pulling stuff back. And so this is a retaliatory, play, pure and simple.
Okay, well, look, I was hoping for a short-term, intermediate, modest deal, but I don't think we're going to get it. Instead, we've got confrontation, and the market is down. Rebecca, stay there. More from you in just a moment. I want to get to Hong Kong, where the protests continue. They're ongoing as we speak. Susan Lee joins us by phone. Susan, tell us about what we're seeing on the screen, the human chain of freedom.
It's incredible, an incredible scene in Hong Kong tonight. So, yes, this human chain with Hong Kong protesters standing in unity, literally arm in arm right now across a large territory of Hong Kong. So think about all of Kowloon, the lakefront or the harbor front there, also here on the central side as well, where those buildings are in the downtown portion of the city, and all the way up to the new territories. In fact, they even climbed up Lion Rock, which is a popular climbing destination. And this is inspired. They're calling this the Hong Kong Way, inspired by the Baltic Way that took place to the day 30 years ago when three countries, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, joined arms, linking across 300 miles. Here in Hong Kong, they were targeting just over 20 miles. They hit that mark 40 minutes ago, and more people are continuing to join. They were expected to disperse and end the movement at around 9 p.m., but I don't see anyone going away anytime soon. And they're still chanting here, looking for their freedom. They want 5 of their requests matched by Beijing and asking for their democracy and, of course, the freedoms that we all enjoy in the U.S., including U.S. flags again being flown tonight as well.
Susan Lee, right in the middle of it with some extraordinary scenes ongoing now in Hong Kong, the human chain of freedom. Now, let me be clear here, that is not affecting our stock market at this point. It is a backdrop to our market and a backdrop to the G7 meeting that's coming up. Yes, we're down, but we're down because of largely China's imposition of tariffs September the 1st, if they're threatened to do that. The really big financial story of the day is, frankly, Fed Chair Powell speaking in about an hour. Back to Rebecca Walser. Here's what I think, Rebecca, for what it's worth. I think the Fed's going to cut rates sharply and fast. Now, my question is, if that does not happen, what do you think happens to the market?
Well, obviously the market is down. We were hoping to snap, our little losing streak there for a little bit, Stu, and that's now not going to happen with this announcement this morning. So we are looking now even more closely at Powell's sentiments this morning at 10 a.m. from Jackson Hole, and we want to see that. I frankly am looking to see, is he going to finally be a little bit more dovish instead of being so cryptic? I think that he has had a lot of cryptic messages, and he's not very clear. And we need clarity, like you said earlier. We absolutely do, and we are looking for the Fed to back up President Trump's trade war with China, because this is a war we must win. So
you think that maybe Powell will be influenced a little by the imposition of tariffs by China, which they have just threatened to do? You think This latest tariff imposition, if it happens, the threat, you think that will affect Jay Powell's speech today?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit, the last minute, so he's going to have to adjust some sentiment. But I think that he is just facing mounting pressure, obviously a lot of pressure from the administration, and the trade war does have an effect. And even though we do see from the minutes that got released this week, disagreements and breaks in between the Federal Reserve governors themselves, I mean, this is actually something that he just can't avoid. And so we're looking for him. You say you're expecting him to be very decisive and show that he will be supportive of the Trump administration and these policies. So let's hope that happens.
Let's not be carried away. Fed chairs are rarely decisive. You have to read the tea leaves very carefully. Look quickly. The president just tweeted this. I'm going to show it to you. Now the Fed can show their stuff. Okay, very short, sharp, to the point. In other words,
one last message to
Mr. Powell. That's right. Okay, back to you, Rebecca. The president just tweeted that. He's applying heavy pressure to the Fed. I got it. Now, we'll see if the Fed bends to that pressure or acknowledges it. Here's what I'm expecting as well as maybe rate cuts. I'm expecting that the market will, the computers, the algorithms will kick in as they go through his speech and look at key words. And I think the market will gyrate as to how those algorithms interpret those key words. What do you say?
I think you're exactly right. We just have to keep in mind that this speech was pre-written before this announcement came out this morning, and so it's not going to have the ability to be adjusted completely for this morning's events. And so let's hope that we don't have an overreaction by the market if it's not going to get the dovish. We're really looking for indications that he's going to be supportive of future rate cuts and helping the administration continue on this mission.
All right, Rebecca, thanks very much for taking time out on a very busy day. We appreciate it. Rebecca,
Thank you, Stu.